It says sexist in the city again.
It's Frankenstein. That way.
That's the part I've been waiting for.
Bump that shit for just 1 second real quick. Hey, hey.
Man,
Lone Ranger versus Tonto.
it's been...
So,
Oh, what a nice little intro.
well, of course, you know.
Well, I'm not sure where this show's gonna go.
Probably just go with the flow, I'd say. You know? Damn it. Didn't mean to repeat.
Well, yep, and he lost, obviously, and but that is a nice intro, at least, because we got some stuff to talk about today, I think, and
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Hell yeah.
where are we live at today, Eric?
All the platforms.
All the platforms.
By that I
Okay,
mean Facebook, YouTube.
so check this out. Well, good, because those are the ones I promised. What up, y'all? What it do? Great to see y'all on this evening. I mean, y'all don't see me, but I still see y'all. You know what I
See.
meant?
Yeah.
Fix that and reverse it like I'm Willy Wonka and I'm talking about. Yeah, so I think my most controversial thought today has been that fly fishing is the closest thing to like hunting a fish you could do without actually like bow hunting a fish. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't like when I say that. You're
I'm
fly
getting
fishing.
distracted. I think, is your phone making noise?
Is mine making noise? I don't know. I'm just talking shit about fly fishing on some random ass. Nope, it ain't me. Are you all right over there?
Yeah, I'm just making sure it's...
Sorry, we almost lost Steven. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Maybe it was my
most,
Bluetooth that was on or something that I was playing.
yeah, no. My most annoying thought today has
What was your most controversial thought? I was distracted
I was
by a
just
noise.
talking shit about fly fishing and
Oh,
stuff like that. Fly fishermen, hunters of things don't
it's really punching low. These guys are sad enough.
they like get mad at each other.
Yeah.
I'm on the fly fishing side.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. You know, if I said some shit that like a hunter would be like, "Are you fucking?"
I'm on the
That's
fly
the
side,
dumbest thing I ever heard you say.
but the real flies, I'm on their side.
The real flies?
Yeah,
You're on the flies side, like the insect?
yeah, yeah.
There's some cool flies out there.
Most of them aren't even flies.
House flies are trash, but like otherwise, things that we call flies, like there's a lot of cool
Yeah,
ass flies
yeah,
out there.
yeah. There's some.
There's some
What's
cool
the
ass-
grasshopper? The pre-metamorphosis of a grasshopper is a nymph.
A nymph, yeah, they'd be flying.
Yeah, yeah. Got some nymphs and I don't know. I don't know anything about fly fishing really outside of kind of the
Pretty
general stuff.
I just say it because it's like you could see a fish and stalk a fish and target that fish and then catch that fish, right? So it's not like sometimes you're trying to target a fish, but you're targeting like a dot on a radar.
Right.
It's not the
Right.
same thing as like, you know, it'd be different if you were like targeting a deer by a dot on a radar. That would be a lot less like hunting in a sense.
Yeah.
You would agree.
Yeah.
So it's just like, so to me, it feels more like hunting when you're out there and you see one, you're like, oh shit, I can't be seen. If it sees me, it's going to retract into the shadows. And
Yeah.
right now it's out there feeding. I can see what it's eating and I can try to pop it real quick. Bam! And then you can see that one. You see it come up. No, I ain't never done it. I've scared it away before. And I caught some other one that some other unsuspecting one I didn't know was there.
Do you think
You know what I'm
anyone's
saying?
ever gone fishing but for flies?
That's got to be the next thing.
On some Mr. Miyagi stuff, like just and get
man.
a fly off the metal there.
Yeah.
No, I feel like I said a controversial thing because I made a Facebook post earlier, and now I got two friends or homies or I don't know, acquaintances. I don't know the relationship like that, but I thought they were cool. And they don't seem to be cool on my thing, and I'm like, oh man.
What did you post?
I posted empathy.
Empathy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That as a human, I don't ever want to get shot because some food don't like the noises coming out the front of my mouth.
Yeah.
And that's essentially the point. Is look, that'd be whack. And if that's whack when it happens to me, and if it's whack if it happens to somebody I like, I mean, it's whack when it happens to somebody I don't like. It's whack. And so I stood on that value. And I'm sure some folks can have whatever thoughts they want, and some reacted in the ways that I knew they would. Shout out my dog Main Rock who laughed at it, and I knew he would. I know me and him ain't gonna agree. That's fine, and I hear him.
Well, what do you think Main Rock disagreed with you about? Because I feel like Main Rock wants to live in a place that
I don't know. I haven't talked to him, so I can't put words in Main Rock's mouth. But if I had to assume, what I think, my dog might think is probably something along the lines of
Or how does he not agree with
of
you?
a social of a social justice in a sense, right? Maybe not in those words. I can't think of it. I'm trying to formulate a word, and I end up saying some other key term that doesn't mean that anymore. But I mean that if like think like a social dynamic, and then the justice behind that dynamic that is I'm sure he would feel in a sense that if like people push these extreme rhetorics, and that causes them to be deserving of the things they may preach, that type of thing. And I sound like when I say it, I feel like I sound like a cliche Gandhi, peace and love for everybody. But I just don't feel that way, because I feel like, man, that's just a dude, and I think that even if he's got the worst and most malicious intent, I still feel like as a human he could make a turnaround. Maybe that's a naive thought that I have as another human, but I just feel like people can understand new perspectives, and when they see new perspectives, they open things up and can have turnarounds. And we've seen it in people, and because of that, I'm one of them people that look. I don't think I'm magic, or any other person is magically capable of some other thing another human ain't. I think that we could all figure it out at some point. I'm not saying we're going to. I'm just saying it's not me as a human, and I don't think it's any other human to be putting motherfuckers to death. And I said this, man, I just saw it on my memory not a few weeks ago on Facebook, where I said this shit 16 years ago about the death penalty. Maybe 14, 18, I don't know how many years ago. It was a gang ago. About the death penalty. And I was saying the same thing, because they were putting, and it was, oh man, I know, Troy something, R.I.P. And it was a big thing in like 2010, and he was having his execution. He was trying to put a stay on his execution like the night of. Everybody, it became like a big thing. And I remember saying at the time that, like, not only is it whack that's the case, but I just think that the death penalty's whack. Like, even in the most extreme cases, I just feel like it ain't. How is it? I don't give that honor to anyone else in that sense, outside of outside of defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give that, like, okay, this guy's got to die. We've all decided, okay, this guy's got to die because he's done something so tremendously awful.
So heinous.
So heinous that we can't just, that we've decided that this person needs to be out. Even in that case, it's like, okay, well, who's going to do it? And we're all going to come up with all these different ways. But in reality, I feel like that's a weird thing that we're putting on somebody. But I mean, that means that we're paying killers. What are we gonna do? That makes us that if whether you're either the assassin or you're paying the assassin, and we're as a society we're supposed to think that's whack. Like, but then we do it when we all like come to this moral like agree. And I just feel like morally we should just be like, hey, what if we just stopped making that the thing? You just didn't do that.
Yeah.
What'd you do instead? I don't know. Anything else, right?
Yeah.
Like try. Well, I know that doing that has never done anything well. Anyways, that's what happened today. I want to hear your thoughts on it, but yeah,
I love how you said what happened today without actually at all saying what happened today or give any context at all. But that's fair because this is
Charlie
pretty
Kirk
much
got shot in the neck. I seen it on Twitter. I seen the video. I seen it happen. Somebody was 3 feet from him like this with the fucking phone.
Yeah, I figured that.
Got him.
I knew there'd
It was
be a
awful.
video out there
It
because
was
I
absolutely
imagine.
awful, and it just goes so fast, and the fucking algorithms are so gross that they just like push it because of the attention that it grabs, and you think and I'm sure there is enough AI filters to be able to filter that shit out, but I'm sure, I'm sure
Yeah.
there's more money in not letting it for a little bit at least, and it's just like, man, it was rough. It was a rough thing to watch, and when I saw, because I first saw the headline, it showed up first, and I'm like, oh man, I hope
I found out about it
Not
when
I
you
hope nothing. I'm just like, well, I
messaged us.
wonder if he's okay or not. Like I don't know nothing about this man. I don't know this man, so I don't not hope for a human being in any sense. I don't like other people to suffer regardless, right? I don't like when people make other people suffer, and if you make somebody suffer, I don't think your torture or your punishment should now be suffer. Like I don't like, at least not in the same sense, right? Like I don't think that eye for an eye is a fucking, I don't like it. It's just not my thing. So anyways, I seen it, and so when I saw it, it said he was a unknown condition, whatever. And then I scroll a little bit farther. I see this video, and within seconds, like I wouldn't even know, registering what I'm watching. By the time that boom, all of a sudden I'm like, oh shit, oh he ain't gonna make it. And I don't mean to put that on him, but god damn, if that don't look like he that look, whew, that was rough.
Got him.
And
Yeah, when I read that message
that
from
puts up
you
the conspiracy.
that you sent us, I think probably that article or something, and all I could think was like, why do I know that name Charlie Kirk? Is he a fucking game show host? And I'm like, why would Justin text me about a game show host? Can't be that. Then I was like, well, let me look at a picture of this dude, because there's a picture of him. I'm like, that didn't help either. I don't know him by his face or his name really, but I know his name. And then, I think I read like a paragraph in of, they describe him. Everything describes him as some kind of right wing, or depending on the source will depend on like how they describe him. Conservative. I think somebody today called him even legendary.
Trump did.
Yeah, he did.
when he announced that he died. He was
Yeah.
the one who announced it. On
Yeah.
Truth Social.
On True Social, just
What a
breaking
time. What a time to be alive.
breaking the bitches on fucking Truth. That's
Son
what we're here to
bitch,
do.
ain't that some shit, boy.
Ain't that some shit?
And you know how I was watching, so I my feed on Facebook caught the live. Let me get this off my head real quick. Caught the live of TMZ. And so I popped on to see what they were saying. And right when I popped it on, they were like, he just said it? Where, on Truth? Fuck. Okay, we'll repost it. So then they're talking about posting it on Twitter right then, because they were going live talking about it. And then, again, Donald Trump in that moment hit it on Truth. So I hopped over to Truth, and it was like, oh my God, this fucking, what a time to be alive, boy. Like, oh,
Yeah.
man.
And so I saw that he got shot in the neck, and I was like, well, that's probably it. And then I'm curious though, because all the parts I'm curious about are probably the parts we don't really know of, like who this did this. Because as far as I could see, they still person is at large. They don't know where this person is.
I understand it.
Or however this happened. Person, drone. I don't know. I don't know any details, because I think that's more curious to me.
It's a high caliber precision shot. It was a rifle, and it's definitely, boy, again, I don't know.
I think I saw
not
something
about
that said from a building around there. I don't know. It was at a college, right? And
Yeah.
I think I definitely hear you, Justin, in terms of the, every life is valuable. Every human's life is valuable, and we should see that value. and honor it. And, you know, the loss of a life is always tragic. And it makes me think of a quote, the loss of one life is a tragedy, and the loss of millions of lives is a statistic.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who said that?
Mm-mm.
Joseph Stalin.
Ain't that some shit?
Yeah.
Ain't that something?
Ain't that something? And ain't that the truth? In a life that we live in now, where thousands of Palestinians are dying, hundreds daily, children, women, and we throw fits on Facebook here because some fuck got shot.
But you know what?
Because he fucked around and found out.
But see, that's what I said too. That's why I said, here, let me pull it up real quick.
Because I understand your point of view, but I also
I'll tell you
think
what I said before.
violence perpetuates violence.
All right.
And when we live in a society where this is happening daily and they're doing it to other people, and this happens because violence perpetuates violence and is met with violence.
Not saying it's not.
And I don't think there's anything else left to do anymore to resist against the violence that the state is putting upon us, except for violence like this. And it sucks that we're here, but they're putting fucking troops in our cities and putting fucking Apocalypse Now memes for major cities in the United States. They're fucking banning people speaking Spanish. They're doing all this shit. And so, yeah, it's going to be met with more worse shit. Like, just get ready. Like, this is probably the beginning of shit like this, because this violence is only going to perpetuate more violence. That's the part I'm disappointed in, because it hurts my heart to see it. But there's a part of me that I don't know if there's another way out, another way to keep this country going and alive and not just be looted in the next 4 years from what's happening now. And like most talent and people who care leaving, because they're like, why would I fucking stay here? There's no reason to stay in this country that's being robbed by the folks who are running it now and are running it into the ground. And I mean, you'll see all kinds of doomsday sayers of saying like it's so bad and everybody should leave and blah, 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 and the market and the stock market's going to crash. And you'll see people on the complete opposite side of that also in the media talking about things like this. And it's hard to find any truth even for myself of like, what the fuck is going on in this country? And I think that's very purposeful as well, of just flooding the fucking waves of media with all this shit that we hear about going on, that there's so much that's important, and then there's so much that we're told that I don't think has much to fucking do. It's just like riding these waves of media cycles, man. And like I think we're in an ugly place, and what happened today proves it.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, and man, it's it's like you're right. Like it's not like I'm not saying I don't expect it, right? I'm just saying that, like, all right. Actually, let me go into that thought in 1 second. But what I said, so here's initially what I said. I said being okay with or unbothered by violence when you don't like the victim, but appalled when you empathize with the victim, is a gross misuse of the feeling empathy. Nature is violent and unpredictable enough in an environment to survive in, to have to be concerned of being shot or attacked by some unhinged person who doesn't like the noises coming out of the hole in the front of your face. How do I look asking folks to stop killing innocent humans I've never met in Gaza, but being unfazed when some dude I've never met gets shot because I think he says things that are stupid? I say some wild shit sometimes that other people don't always like, and I'd be heated if I got shot because of it and someone was like, yeah, whatever, here's a joke that disregards the nuance of human life. Please take me seriously when I ask for your empathy and something I feel strongly about later. I haven't posted one of these in a while, but I feel compelled. Violence is whack whether you're for or against the opposing team. I'm not speaking on some pedestal. I'm just standing on my values. You don't have to have the same ones, and that's your choice. But if you think violence is okay per circumstance, then I think you're wrong. Disagree? Hit the comments in the podcast tonight and let's argue about that shit, because I'm with it.
Let's go. Who's in the comments? I don't see any on the screen.
Hey,
no one's in the comments.
Nobody want to argue with me?
Nope, they're not ready for this.
For PJ, shut up. Paul. He went up. He said, and he's, he defended the position of not necessarily, basically not saying that he was not like saying that he's all like everybody go do it, but he's not gonna bat an eye when a white supremacist dies.
Hold your drink a little lower, Justin.
Say what?
Hold your drink a little lower.
All right. And like he's not gonna bat an eye when a white supremacist does. And I hear him, and I was like, I just don't agree. I feel like.
I mean, I think you're living in a fantasy world thinking folks like that are gonna American History X their way out of being who they are.
I don't think that. I don't think
in this world.
No, I don't think that that's. I don't think that's what it is at all. I think that it's just that me. You know what I'm saying? That if there ain't motherfuckers out there that want things, that don't want to respond that way, that don't want to initially hit back that way, then you're right. That all it does is beget violence. That's the point, right? It's just like and the whole point I was making before is like, look, man, I wouldn't like that if that happened to, somebody that I follow and I like, and that somebody else sees as extreme, because they don't like, because their truth tells them that this other person means evil things for the world, and their interpretation of what they say. And you know what? I'm not down to kill fools over interpretation. That's whack. Now, I don't know Charlie Kirk, and I heard some of the wild ass shit. That motherfucker, he been wild. Say some wild ass shit. Okay? I get it. But that's not enough. That makes me want to debate a person.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make me want to kill a person. And when a person dies like that, and you're like, oh man, let me tell you what, that person was a talented speaker. They were intelligent in some ways. These things that they're thinking, whether I think that they're misinformed or not, are I think they're misinformed. And I don't know. If you're misinformed and you have a different truth about things, there are going to be some things you're able to justify and do different things with. And I see the perspective, and I don't agree, and I think that that's goofy, and I'd like to talk to you about it if you're down, and if you're not, I'll leave you be. And one day you might be down, but all I know is that I don't want to ever be misinformed like that in that sense. And at the same time, I don't want a motherfucker to be misinformed about what they think I mean. All of a sudden I get shot, and a bunch of motherfuckers are just like, yeah, that's cool because he's that, because that's what happens to our folk when people, the police will shoot a dude, and then everybody just starts judging that person who died, and you're like, what the fuck? And they make it okay. And they're like, oh, they don't have no problem making it okay when they think that that's some thug or some criminal who got shot by the police. Doesn't matter what the actual story was. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to man.
You gonna shout out the police right now?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. It's not for me to speak on or say anything. I'm just saying awful things happen. And when awful things happen, and I think it's whack when the police do whack things, and then the public sees this this interpretation that allows them to think that something's okay. I would be, in my mind, a hypocrite to turn around and do the same thing back. And be like, well, my reason is justified, and your reason is this is why it's okay, because this guy, I interpret him as a white supremacist. And you know what? I do probably interpret what his words are as white supremacy. But that's not enough for me to tell a motherfucker that okay, that means you're gonna die. That's just my interpretation of what you're saying. And I don't think anybody else has that. And I don't care if 99,000 out of 100,000, whatever, what the fuck I'm trying to say. I don't care if I'm the only one. I don't want to be the motherfucker that does it. I don't want to be the fool who goes in. Can't do it. I'm a draw a line. I think violence is whack. I think it's whack when people suffer. I think it's whack when people die a violent death. I think it's whack when animals die violent deaths outside of nature. And I even have trouble watching nature do it, because I'm a fucking empathetic being of life who understands and doesn't like suffering. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I want people to just be alive, to understand that being alive is a blessing, and that's it. That's my optimism, is that a motherfucker will understand that being alive is the blessing, and all these other things we complicate our lives with, can be interpretations.
I can sit with your points, and I definitely have feelings, in that same regard, where I have a belief in people. I think part of
People are tired. I'm one.
Right?
It's time to be one of us.
And we're all not that different. As different as we are, we're pretty similar too in a lot of ways, you know. And I don't know. A lot of this makes me think about how how quickly we villainize people, and how easy it is to take like figures that have no reality to ourselves. Because none of these people that are on your feed or anything, and most people never met Charlie Kirk, never saw anything but like a digital personality of him that is whatever he wanted to project in those spaces, right? Yeah. And whatever that is, white supremacist. He's a kid
born of the internet.
Like I said,
30 years old.
I don't fucking know shit about him because like that shit, I stay away from that shit. I unfollow pages that would have put that in front of me. Like, no doubt, just doesn't get in my space. So even though like not knowing this guy's name, I get kind of where people see it, but it's so easy just to like. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are like, oh, I've heard that name too, and like. Then they read, oh, he's this right-wing dude, and read what he's about, or look up any of his old videos, and you're like, oh, yeah, like, definitely don't agree with this fella. He's saying some pretty fucking crazy shit, right? And then they become this villain now. This villain in their head that then now it's okay for the villain to pass, to be fucking killed because they're in the role of a villain of the thing that we see on TV and movies and exposed, and we see these same entities across the world be villainized with the Russians, the Chinese, the fucking Palestinians are all villainized in the media in the way they talk about people, and it's constantly being positioned like this. And when this shit happens, it's so easy for us to just apply that same fucking like bit of logic of, oh, he's a villain to us, right? When talking about the teams, or that's our fucking rival. And so all I know is that he's our rival, and he was on the real fucking bad side of the rivals.
Yeah, but but to push back though, the people who are doing that right now would argue to you that, well, he's not a rival, he's this other thing, right? And it's like they up the levels of them, so then you become a white supremacist, you become this Nazi person, you become
but shifting goalposts are a fallacy. Like if like we
and at the same
we
time,
can talk about those other real things that this person represented and like what this might impact about it, because that, I mean, nothing, we can't change any of the way it is. I don't know. I talk about all this villainy and stuff because like, don't get like, I don't know, just don't get so wrapped up in all this stuff.
People
it's sad that this
wrapped up,
right? Like I'm sad that somebody died. I'm also not sad that a known white supremacist died. Like I'm never going to be like bummed when that happened, but I'm always bummed when like a human life or a life just in general. Like I have sensitivity to that. I like teachings of the Buddha and how they talk about life and what it is and the forces, but also like there's nature, and part of human nature right now is pretty ugly in the way people are acting, and he acts pretty ugly, right? And
no doubt.
You fuck around and you find out in this country now, and it's happening more and more. And like I said, this is I think we're in a pretty scary direction with this. This is pretty, so I'm much more interested about finding out more about a shooter if we can, because I think often things like this have been happening where they're like, actually the shooter was a right-wing person who didn't like him because of some other thing, because he likes, he's a white supremacist that's okay with talking to Jews, but this white supremacist really hates that, so he took it out on him, and it could be that situation where everyone turns around and goes, oh, fuck, this is some right on right crime.
Oh man, this fucking guy. That should have been the name of the episode, is Right on Right Crime, boy. That's top 3.
Oh man, bring the beers out, bud. Start the beer corner.
Start the beer corner.
They're in the fridge.
Honestly, I just don't like it. I think that shit's whack. I don't know. It just feels whack. It feels.
Well, I don't think those two things that I'm holding need to be held separately.
Yeah, but and the thing is too and this is a point now that I keep thinking, I'm like, oh, I gotta make that point. Is that fuck it, what are we talking about?
Yeah. Live Oak Oktoberfest.
What the fuck is Live Oak Oktoberfest? Okay, so the thing is that I understand and I know historically what happens to the folks that get assassinated. many times.
Well, I know what happens to folks that get assassinated
Yeah,
too.
obviously they die, but many times they also become a martyr, and all you're doing is it's like, look, it's the same fucking thing, right? Like, not only have I argued and we've talked before about all the shit that's going on with Israel versus these, and not even versus, like they're going back again, just fucking ravaging the fucking Palestinians, and how that's awful and all of these things. And then it's like, we know that not only is that like not working, you literally have to kill them all, or else you're radicalizing all of them, and you're just making more of the thing you're pretending to fight. So you're pretending to fight Hamas, but we know for every dead Hamas, you make like 5 more, because that guy's got brothers and they have homies, and nobody was against this until all of a sudden the homie died.
And what else do they have to lose when they've lost their entire family? There's no doctors. There's no food. Why not fucking fight back?
Literally the worst,
all would too.
The worst conditions and then so you would join whoever the fuck was against that. Okay, so you make more, and all you're doing when you assassinate Charlie Kirk and then take his head and digitally throw it around the internet. And pass it around the internet like it's a chalice to be drank from. It's like you're just doing the same thing back now, right? Like we're like so many of those people I saw saying stuff about how whack it is that like to do these things to the Palestinian folk, but then it's like then we're doing it to this guy.
Then we celebrate.
Yeah, we're celebrating
here.
and then their excuse is like, well, he was also, he was celebrating the Palestinians' death.
Because that's one thing
right?
you won't see me do is celebrate any death.
And it's like, well,
that.
That's the whole fucking point. Isn't that whack, celebrating death? Isn't that whack? Like, isn't that the fucking point? And so why would we do it back? I don't understand that part. And it's like, man, I get it.
Same reason we can reason to ourselves why to love the Broncos and hate the Raiders.
I get it.
It
just gets me, boy. I get
it's tough. And like, I'm sure this day is not easy for people who either are on either side of this, or I'm sure all this is hard, because like, even if you're okay with it, it's not fucking normal to see people get their fucking neck blown out, right? That's not stuff we should see. And when it's pasted on the internet and pasted and pasted and pasted and redone, and
wild,
it just, and imagine how desensitized we are to seeing, because we see this shit all the time, and that it's not even taken down in a way in any kind of speed. Like, there's a good chance that they didn't work that hard to take it down. Like, who knows? We have no way to check or know if they tried it all, or if they're like, let it run for a minute.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because this has impact on a lot of things. An impact that could even be, we're going to make a ton of fucking money running these stories. And that's all they fucking care about, and they'll let that shit run for that. We'll get fucking 10 billion clicks in the next 6 hours on this fucking video. Let it run. We'll put ads after every fucking one of them. Bing, 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 fucking let it run. This is what, if this isn't what you're seeing in this, like, open up, like, and take a look, y'all. This is grim, and we're the fucking marks.
No doubt. Ain't that something?
Ain't that something, huh? Should we try this beer?
Fuck yeah, we could.
Try this out. And we might have had this on the podcast before. We've definitely had Live Oak. Because Live Oak makes a Hefeweizen that is fucking awesome. And it was one of your favorite beers, I think, that we've brought on in the past, because it has that, like, or maybe you hated it. It's one or the other.
This one?
No, the Hefeweizen. This is an Oktoberfest, and I can't remember if we had this. I might have brought this, and we might not have had it on the show, but you might have tried it. But an Oktoberfest is like, September is really when there's Oktoberfest in Germany, right? Like right now is Oktoberfest. I think it's starting either soon or already did. And an Oktoberfest is usually just like a maltier lager beer that are usually really delicious, have a little caramel to them, and fucking they're usually just good beer and great. And you usually only find them in the fall around September, October time, and then they stop making them usually for the rest of the year. It's rare to find them outside of the season. So it's a nice little seasonal treat. And Live Oak makes great fucking German European beers. So Live Oak Oktoberfest. I think they're out of somewhere in Texas. Austin. Yeah.
Interesting. Like the beginning flavor is cool.
The beginning flavor.
Yeah, like there's like the initial flavor I get. Is Budweiser German?
Yeah.
Is that a German beer? Because my Uncle Sev, shout out my Uncle Sev, he my boy drink all the Budweiser, right?
Bud Heavy?
What?
The Bud Heavies or Bud Light?
Is Bud Heavy the red one?
Yeah.
Yeah, red one.
Bow ties.
Yeah, the bow ties.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he'll toss a few back. And he got a beard. My man's got a scraggly long old beard, right? And then he stuffs his lip with chew. And he says, and he talks real fun. He has a real fun way of talking. And he yells everything, and doesn't matter. And he's yelling everything, even if he's close to you. And he'll get close to you. My dog can get close, and especially after a long day, with some buds and some lips of chew.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
snuff. You know what I'm talking about? My man, and then it gets stuck all in the beard and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So everything, and then he starts talking to you.
All his gray hairs are stained.
Yeah,
like
towards the end of the day.
tan. Yeah.
We're talking about the
I got one of them uncles,
campfire at
too.
the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Now we're talking.
Mm-hmm.
And this tastes like my man's breath smells.
Yeah. Yeah.
At the end.
It
At the
definitely-
beginning, it starts with a nice normal thing, and then it tastes like my Uncle Sev just told me, Bubba, because that's some shit he'll say in front of your face. Bubba.
So let me translate Justin's tasting notes into a more professional beer review. So let me give this a try. So yeah, starts with some like nice little kind of caramely notes at the beginning, and then it's pretty clean over the middle of your palate, little bubbly, I think, on your tongue. It's nice and kind of, you get the little carbonation, and then it hits the back of your tongue. And that's when you get this like pretty distinct tobacco flavor, and kind of almost like resonates in the back of your throat and into your nose. So it almost gives you that like sensation of smelling like tobacco juice, right? You're talking, and tobacco as in like a fresh, not the smell of burning tobacco, right? That's not the taste that's in here.
No,
right?
no.
This is like
The shit ain't
marinated juice of tobacco,
Yeah,
right?
it's
This
awful.
is essence of tobacco. Like if you've ever smelled a can of dip, you'll know that like if it's not like a spearmint or something like that where you can't really smell past the like flavor in it.
No, you got to get the straight
But if you
up
get the straight
OG
like
shit.
Copenhagen like long
yeah.
cut kind of shit, like
Hell yeah.
and you smell that and it has this like fermented raisin smell almost, and like I actually really like the smell of tobacco, and so it doesn't bug me. But I definitely know the smell you're talking about on something, because I got an uncle with big fucking crazy facial hair who fucking like, when he takes a dip, he pinches like a whole dip in there.
Oh,
and then
dude,
like
it's-
one-handed,
His lip comes out. It's fun. Ironically, I'm sure he's been saying Bubba like that for for decades upon decades. But he looked like Bubba from Forrest Gump when he stuck his lip, because he'll be out there like that, just chilling.
We got Donnie on the
Is he
mic.
live or what?
Yeah, Trump's live right now.
Oh
Oh
shit!
dang, let's go live with him real quick. We're allowed to, right?
What up, Unk?
Oh no.
What up?
Abraham Lincoln. That's a tough one to rip down. That's-
Oh man. Hey, just to go back. We'll talk about it later.
What is he talking about?
My bad. Give me 1 second.
It's all good.
Day 9.
All right. Shout out to my cousin Adam over here, who knows exactly what I'm talking about when I'm talking about Uncle Seb's breath. He got Seb's breath. I'm telling you. This,
I know exactly the flavor note that you are referencing.
I love my uncle. What the fuck? What the fuck are
He
you
is
talking?
unraveling.
Is this live?
He's just throwing out fucking terms. Deported.
Jen says they can't hear anything.
Also, as we're doing that, we're going to start doing
now?
things that we know how to do, that
Sorry
I know how
about
to
that,
do
y'all.
better than anybody, I guess, because of my experience from previous life. But not only are we
Now they
stopping
can't-
the
oh, now
crime,
they
we're
can
going
hear
to
me.
clean up the trash and the graffiti and the grime and the dirt and the broken marble panels and all of the things they've done to hurt this city. And we're going to restore the city back to the gleaming capital that everybody wants it to be. It's going to be something very special. All of these people are really tough. Could I shake your hand, Gaddy, please? You're going to be so important here. You're going to be that guy. I hope I don't have to fire him in 2 weeks because he's too soft. I don't think he's too soft. If I do, I will, though. Is it okay if you're soft, weak, and pathetic like so many people? I will fire you so fast. You're not going to have to worry about that.
Such a
I think you're
fucking
going to do a
queen, man.
fantastic job. And everybody in this room, they may not express it, but they all want that to happen. You know, they want to be safe, and they have families too. So it's an honor to have such a large group. I've done this for years now, hard to believe. I've never seen this room so packed.
this is live? Look,
In
see,
fact,
my
I'm
mom
sure it's
said
a
the same
violation
live.
of
And that's why I'm
every
like, this
fire
was just
code.
talking.
But we'll let you stay anyway. You take it a chance. And with that, we'll say
Maybe
maybe
it's
if
live
you
on
could.
Hindustan
Oh, wow.
Weekly.
That was 7 hours ago.
We could be here all
Oh.
day.
Never mind.
Oh. So they
But
were
boy, he was
replaying.
going off. What the
Yeah,
fuck
what the
was he
fuck?
talking about?
7 hours ago. I wonder it had. Oh, I think the shooting had happened already. That's so wild that he's just sitting there talking about some other shit.
Yeah. Boy.
I don't think it did because he posted another video afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, I we live in a wild time. We live in a wild time, boy.
Yeah.
Remember when these foods used to be like, I don't know, classy?
No, not really. It's been some time
I
since
guess you're
then.
right. It's been a while. But when I watched the president speak, 30 years ago, some kind of cool about how I don't know, intellectual they tried to sound. You know what I'm saying?
How far back you talking?
I said 30 years.
30 years.
Was that
So
Reagan?
1995?
Oh shit! No, that's
That's Bush.
Clinton.
Oh no, Clinton.
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 Yeah, Clinton.
Bush was before that. Then it was Reagan.
Clinton sounded pretty intelligent.
But he was.
Somewhat. Bush and Reagan, no. Well, I mean, but even at least at Reagan sounded, he was good at acting anyway, so he sounded the part. But again, it's just like, even like the vocabulary cats would use. And now we're just to this point where it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that word isn't trending, so we're gonna need you to say this instead. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
What up, D?
fucking so woke.
What it do, my guy?
Should we hear what my buddy sent me, Malcolm X, might say about this situation?
Malcolm X might say about the situation? What would he might say about the situation?
Do you want to hear?
Yeah.
I think this is a prime example of the devil's chickens coming back home to roost. That the chickens that he sent out, the violence that he's perpetrated in other countries, here and abroad, be it 4 children in Birmingham or Medgar Evers or Lumumba in Africa, I think this same violence has come back to claim one of their own. Now, being an old farm boy myself, chickens coming home to roost never made me sad. In fact, it's only made me glad.
All right, but he ain't killing nobody. That'd be different.
Yeah. But I think he might have. They did assassinate him, right?
Just ask. Not that either. Like I've thought about it many, many times, and I was like, oh, I wonder what would be like a solution.
A solution?
Yeah, a solution.
I mean, it depends on what your goal is.
Survive.
Leave. That's an easy solution.
That might not be the best solution.
Hey, you didn't ask for the best. You just asked for A. And that is a solution that is
true.
Easy and effective, and you don't have to live here.
I heard that.
But it's not everybody has that choice either.
That's true. Yeah, the world's a wild place. Yeah, I'd like to say, please, if I ever say some shit that you misinterpret as hate, please don't shoot me over it. That's it. That's all.
Yeah.
Can we agree on that? Can y'all like me enough to agree that if I say some shit that you won't shoot me, please? That's it. I know that's somebody's gonna tell me that's some fucking now I'm fucking apologizing to some whatever, but I'm not. Listen, I just don't like it. I don't like it. That shit's whack. Anyways, let's not talk about fucking. I was gonna say let's not talk about violence, and then thought about immediately. Evergreen had a shooting. I just saw that one of those students passed. R.I.P. Man, that's awful. That's a disgusting thing, you know. And man, it's just every single time things happen, you just go like, oh, like what do you do? But man, what do you do?
Yeah, I mean, it's I was thinking a buddy of mine posted on Facebook a list of like just since like 19 whenever Columbine happened. Since Columbine, he put up a list of all the high schools in America and middle schools that have had a shooting at them. The list was like so long. So fucking long.
Yeah.
Right? And it made me think of today when I saw this. How long is the list just here? Just in Colorado. Just in Colorado. How long is our list? Because I can think of like 5 off the top of my head. Right? And then another one today. It's still fucking happening here. With all this violence that we see here and all the complaints about like our rights around gun owners. And I am a proponent of the rights of gun owners. But this is a fucking problem that is our problem to solve as gun owners as well. And I fucking can't stand ones that just get stuck in the arguments of like, well, blah, blah, blah. And they argue about it instead of being solution oriented towards identifying this as a fucking problem, and guns are a part of it and gun control is a part of it. And it doesn't have to fucking look like the way they do gun control now, because it's so fucked. It's so fucked. And the more you look into how gun control and the gun laws were built, and how they were originally built, and how when they redid them, how fucked up they still are from the original ones, and how they're all built to still just oppress us. And that's why I get why we don't want more. But there are better ways to store guns. There are better ways to get people guns that use them safely than the ways that there are set up now, in my belief. What those ways are, I don't know. But this is a fucking problem. And this is a fucking problem that a state like Colorado, who loves the outdoors and hunting and having their guns and people being able to have that, like, this is a problem we all need to solve and be a part of the solution and not fucking keep
I ain't
fighting
giving
for
up
bullshit.
my guns. You're not taking
I'm
my
not.
guns from
And you're
my
not.
cold dead hands.
Like, and I will be honest, as you're
for
not
real,
going
though,
to
from
take
a
my
cold dead
guns,
hand.
right? You're not going to take my guns, and I don't
You know
think
what I'm saying?
anybody. If you are
I'm
capable
saying it sarcastically and seriously at the
and
same time.
healthy, then you should own and have your guns.
Hell yeah.
But whoever did this got access to a gun, and it sounds like they were all juveniles. This was not an adult that shot anybody. It sounds like this was
Yeah, no, I read another one that said it was a kid.
a juvenile. That's all what the school post said, was that they confirmed that all the people involved were juveniles. And it said even outside the school, not inside, which makes me think of Deer Creek Middle School, I think it was, that had an adult shooter in like a field across from it here in Colorado, shooting at fucking kids. And I always remember this story because a fucking math teacher ran out there and fucking tackled him, and that's what ended the fucking shooting from that guy. Some teacher ran out and tackled him and disarmed him, I guess, and then they got him, arrested him after that.
I wonder if he whooped his ass.
I bet he did.
Is that violence? Because I really like whipping ass.
Well, yeah, where do you draw the
For
line?
all the shit. Yeah, whipping ass. That's it.
right?
That's it.
Just a good ass whipping, maybe a couple broken bones at worst.
And an ass whipping too, for what it's worth, in the sense I'm talking about, it is definitely not being jumped. It is two consenting fighters into an ass whipping. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and if you know what, if that was what would happen today, and that's the type of violence that happened today, and somebody was like, "Hey, it didn't happen," I'd be like, "Hey, if he said some shit to some dude said, I'm gonna fucking punch you if you say that again." And you said you could punch this dick, and then he got punched, and he became violence like that. Well, then okay, those are two adults in the middle of a scuffle. See, I've seen a million scuffles in my life. I know what that looks like, and I'm not opposed. I'm not trying to be a nun, but I'm not opposed to what they are and how they go. That's not the moral line of violence that I'm drawing, for what it's worth, because I'm not saying I'm smacking folks. I like to smack people mentally. I'm a lover, not a fighter. But check this out: if you need to, I will choke you the fuck out. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. No,
Or at least wrist lock you and tell my friend. Y'all should have seen me
had to wrist lock this guy the other
You
day.
fucking see me?
Was that fucking grease monkey in it to wrist lock this guy because he was talking about Charlie Kirk the wrong way?
Man.
He called my buddy a Nazi, and so I had to wrist lock him.
I don't know what's going on there. I haven't really checked. I just kind of read it real quick. I was like, whoa, shit, that's not...
Let those embers settle, bud. Don't go back.
Yeah.
It sounds like
I just want to argue peace. I think that sometimes people need to, even if they, and I get that they're not going to be persuaded by it, whatever. I think it should be apparent that somebody is for peace. You know what I'm saying? Somebody is like, is Mother Teresa. You know what I'm talking about?
Go be a nun, bud.
Sure.
If that's how you feel.
We can start wrapping it up.
'Cause
10 minutes.
it's going to take more than that to get past this. I think we're past the points of peace.
I hear that.
What happened when fucking
that.
King tried to bring peace to resist
Amen.
them? They killed
I know.
him.
You know what? That's
happened
why a lot of people in the Dakotas and the Lakota, the folks don't like, some at least that's their opinion about Red Cloud, Chief Red Cloud, is that he was a pacifist in that way. That when he should have been strong and Sitting Bull and the people around were being strong, that he was being weak. Yeah, and they say that, but I interpret, which is a fun word for word of the day, interpretation. I interpret the words and the stories I've read of Chief Red Cloud, of a man of this devout value, of just like that's gonna kill our people. That's not gonna save us. And you could say that he was wrong. You could say that he was right. You could say whatever. But I feel like I come from when I think about who my grandpa was, my mom's dad, and what I know about him, what I've heard about him, and what people tell me about him, and all the things. Of course, I won't know all the way, but in that, these values, I would imagine that he is also there, and that's one of the big things for me. Like, I gotta stand. I can't. I don't want him to look at me and be disappointed that I don't understand it the way he does. Like, no, you taught me. I get it. Get it? Even when I disagree, it's whack. You know what I'm saying? Even when there's that piece of my mind that doesn't have the empathy and says, so essentially, I mean, it might be what you get. There's got to be a louder voice that says, no, that's got to be whack. It's got to be whack no matter what. Or else it's only whack by interpretation. And if that's the case, then we're all fucked. We're all going to be interpreted by somebody else as the enemy.
Well, Chief, I guess we'll have to disagree there.
That's all right.
Because I do believe that.
I hear the people that are mad at Chief Red Cloud too. I'm not mad at him for being mad.
Well, and I'm not mad at him, because I see that point of view. Like I've been saying, it's not easy to hold both of them, but I think we have to be able to hold both of them to see any kind of progress, because it's not going to be pretty.
No doubt.
And peace, I don't think, is going to get us with how violent they are, with what they're doing with the laws and what they're trying to do with deportations, all these things. Like, the more you know about the Nazis, the more this feels like how Hitler was running things before the war starts and the full-on Holocaust starts and the beginnings. And there was a movie that won some awards, I think, last year, that was like the one that's like a house right
Johnny
outside
Tsunami?
one of the No, that one won. That one I know won, I think, 6 Academy Awards when it came out that year. That's a little earlier.
Soundtrack won a Grammy.
No, but
Maybe
this
5.
one, you mentioned the soundtrack, and that's what I heard was really good. I haven't watched it because it sounds intense, because it's about a house that's like outside a concentration camp of like a German family. And it's just like a story of this German family, and you fall through it. But during the entire thing, you're hearing like the fucking noises of the camp.
Fuck.
All through the fucking movie.
Fuck, what a movie.
And it's about this like blindness of just
imagine
like
telling a fucking story that way. People are so fucking creative.
Right, that's why this one won some awards. I can't. Eric, do you know the name? Or
Geek said deport them all. Oh man, that was hilarious.
Jeez Louise. Golly, you got the.
Oh, that's
I didn't know Keeks was the new fucking Borders are over here.
Oh, my boy Keeks likes what's his name? Oh man, what's his name? He was gonna try to run the Republican ticket against Trump. What's his name? And then Trump put him on later on, and then he kicked him out right away.
Not Pence.
No, the Indian cat.
Ramaswamy.
Ramaswamy. Oh, my dog loves Ramaswamy.
He loves Ramaswamy?
Yeah, he spent a bunch of time on Ramaswamy TikTok, but just going through 30-second clips going, I agree, not knowing nothing about Ramaswamy, boy.
Dang. And
Charlie Kirk was a legend, he said.
A legend. Wow.
Yeah, Trump
original.
That's so, man, what a wild time we live in where
right, it's been a while since we've seen an assassination at this level of a person.
Not only that, is like one, because it's like one that was caught on camera like that is just different, because they haven't been like that since, at least in the U.S. Since when? You know what I mean? Fucking, who was the last person to get assassinated on camera? Like that,
it's been a while. There's been a couple people who were shot successfully, I think, in the 80s.
Yeah, but they
didn't die.
Oh, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's been a long time.
But somebody died?
And not only that. So, all right. So, we have an influencer, right? This is essentially a kid who started an online movement, a website that turned into a movement, a political movement, and has all kinds of money behind it. I'm sure he has all kinds of money. I'm sure there's all kinds of malicious things going on. That's how the money works.
Yeah, this is influencer is just a new word for celebrity.
Correct. But internet celebrity is really what it means. But essentially is an internet celebrity. Like, that's what he is, right? He's not a politician. He's influencing politicians by having him on the podcast, but anybody can influence anybody by just having a damn podcast and have him on. So, right now is the time to have people on your podcast, because everybody just figured out in the last election that being on a podcast kind of matters to reaching out to kids. So, shout out to our podcast, and if you political and want to be on, holla at your peoples. But for what it's worth, any of them could do any of this stuff. That's the point, right? So it's like, no, what was the fucking point? Where was I just going with that? He's an influencer. He's an internet fucking celebrity. He's just a fucking kid that's talking. And so he's going around talking, and he's making a tour of it, which again is part of what influencers do. They start going around. Fucking I Show Speed is a streamer influencer who runs around. He's fucking rich as shit, running around the fucking world doing wild ass shit, doing fun ass shit, and just recording himself doing it and making more and more money doing it. He's essentially one of these. Like, this is this guy, but his lane is politics, Charlie Kirk. And so he took this lane and he's going and he's talking at a place with a bunch of other kids at a college campus. And he's talking to a bunch of kids at a college campus. And again, he's saying some wild shit that I don't necessarily agree with, but I believe in freedom of speech and that a motherfucker should be able to say some wild shit, whether I believe in it or not, as long as they're not, as long as they're not physically harming the person next to them. Okay. And again, we can go into the nuances of what harm is and all these things, but all I'm saying is, look, this is what he's doing. He's talking to all these fucking kids, and then he gets blasted in the fucking neck. It goes viral on the internet immediately. Everything goes, and then we're confirmed that this kid, 31, this man, 31 years old, dies by the president on his version of Twitter that he made because he was mad at Twitter, and he's also a millionaire. And he announces it in this fucking tweet form
and the
fashion
what it
of
says,
internet talk of like this internet way of talking,
like gobbledygook. Like I'm like when I read it, I was like, what the fuck is this?
And this is where we are. It's like, look, we went from like this would have been like reported on the news. If the president was going to do it, it would have been a big thing. He would have went to the thing. They would have had an hour of us waiting for the film to even fucking go live. He would have went live. It would have been a whole fucking classy type of fucking solemn response to what's going on in this whole thing.
He's dead.
He's like, they got him. I'm sorry. He's a legend. They're fucking woke. And you're like, what the fuck, dude? Where do we live? What are we doing? Not only are the fucking kids that are popular because of the internet getting shot, but then the president's announcing it like an internet kid on his own fucking website, like I'm fucking 13 years old again, and I'm on the message board, and there's some kid mad at this message board, so he starts his own message board and says, everybody come to my message board, it's way better than this whack, this was for noobs, and it's the whole fucking thing all over again, except for it's the fucking president, and there's a kid fucking dead, or a man, I don't fucking know, and it's wild, and it's a higher story in the country right now than 3 kids getting shot in a fucking high school at the exact same fucking time.
Incredible. We live in E-Bombs world.
We fucking live in E-Bombs world. For fucking shout out to E-Bombs world. They stole my fucking new GIF and they still use it to this fucking day. 20 years later, 25 years later, I made this GIF. I was like fucking 13 years old, and it's just the word new in 3 different colors, and it flashed real fast, and I had it in my colors that went with my website, and they stole it and used it on E-Bombs world since goddamn 2006, and I saw it on there as recently as a couple years ago.
It's a hot button issue for Justin.
They stole my gift.
That's come on, hot button issue. Hot button.
Shout out to Ray's Web. Y'all don't want that story.
No, you don't. You don't. Not until an after hours podcast.
I'll just tell you, I'm qualified to tell you about internet shit, and it is scary to watch internet shit become real people shit,
real life shit. Just because it was always mainstream funny. Shit.
It was always funny because it was just internet shit.
And now it's the internet president. Shit has become real life.
Now it's the president and assassinations and blank to be determined.
Yeah.
I think that's all right, let's wrap it up then. This internet shit. Thanks for watching. Oh, excuse me. Thanks for watching. If you happen to be here, make sure you like and subscribe, especially on YouTube. Share this with your people. YouTube has a new thing right now that when a video comes out, if it gets a certain amount of views within a certain amount of time for the first 7 days, you could click the hype up button or something like that, and it like pushes the algorithm higher on those particular videos. And they're doing it to try to help people find unknown, shit that people, that make people like dope content that people make. I don't know if you think our content's dope, but if you think it's fun or at least worth laughing at, then hit the little hype button on there if you see it later on. Otherwise, all that people. Thanks for chilling with us. It's a Lone Ranger vs. Tonto up in this bitch.
In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 10th day of September in the year of our Lord 2025, and of the independence of the United States of America, the 250th. Why does it stop? Donald Trump.
As a marker of respect to memory, my authority vested in me, President of the United States, that the laws of the Constitution. I hereby order the flag be flown at half staff.
Yeah, he's just saying, and it's a really long way to say, like, flags are at half mast.
That's
tomorrow.
the way they used to talk. That was tight.
Right? Imagine Trump saying this.
Somebody wrote that for him, but
like, imagine him saying it. Somebody build this into AI, and I want to hear him actually say this, because could you imagine him trying to say the hereunto? Like, he's never said that fucking word in his life.
Hereunto. It's like here and unto, but you put them together, it's a whole different word.
Here, there, unto. I don't know. Which one is it? Oh, man. I wish I had a better Trump impression.
Me too. I wish I was really good at it. It'd be fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not.
I should work on it more.
Hey, shout out to Keith. They appreciate you watching, my dog.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for
appreciate
kicking with us.
Love. Oh,
are we gonna
get
do
it here? We can.
All right.
We can go out with Trump reading to us.
Perfect. Let's do it. Where's it
J.
at?
Trump.
Ain't that something? They just got it ready. Ain't that something? What a time to be alive.
Come on, random AI website.
It's going to do it for us.
It's one of the OG. Oh,
One of
okay.
the OG.
You're familiar with this website. Huh. Interesting.
Eric, our producer has been
As a mark of respect for the memory of Charlie Kirk by the authority vested in me as President of the United States by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America,
Pretty good.
I hereby order that the flag of the United States shall be flown at half-staff at the White House and upon all public buildings and grounds, at all military posts and naval stations, and on all naval vessels of the federal government in the District of Columbia and throughout the United States and its territories and possessions until sunset, the 14th of September 2025. I also direct that the flag shall be flown at half-staff for the same length of time at all United States embassies, legations, consular offices, and other facilities abroad, including all military facilities and naval vessels and stations. In witness whereof,
We're going to fly the flag at half-mast for 3 days.
September,
for 3 days for an influencer.
2025, and of the independence of the United States of America, the 250th. Donald J. Trump.
You know what? If he talked like that and he could actually speak that well, I would have a half of a cent more respect for him.